Hey guys, it's Destroyer here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Instead of just straight up commentating my game, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips so you can get some high kill streaks too. So as you've probably seen by the title, I'm going to be telling you guys some tips on how to get a triple mothership game. Now, these games don't come around often. I've only had this happen once to me, and the other time I got close was a double mothership. But the first thing I can tell you is you probably want to run it with a party of a few friends. So in this game, I was playing with a party of 4, so 3 other guys, and we were all working together, talking in a party, trying to get as many captures as we can, as many capture kills, all that stuff. And another thing is that you want to always have good communication with your team. So if you're by yourself, you can't communicate well, unless they all have mics on a domination game, which is highly unlikely. The next tip I want to give you is that if you're going to be running for a mothership, you probably want to stay off the radar, so running a suppressor is not a bad idea. A lot of people are against it in Black Ops 3 because it affects your damage a lot, but honestly it doesn't really, depending on what gun you use. So in this game I'm using the H.A.T.R, and with the suppressor there's almost no difference. After comparing, I've played multiple games with the suppressor and without one, and honestly there's little to no difference. And staying off the radar is just perfect, because as soon as you get on that radar you're almost always dead, especially on the game mode with, if you're playing ground war, you're not playing just normal domination. But as you can see here, I'm just roaming around the C flag because I know they're spawning here. I flanked that guy because he was waiting for it. He's like, oh my god, this guy's gonna come around the corner and get me. And it turned out that I didn't do that. And right here, well, I'm about to drop the first mothership. So there we go, the first mothership's done. I told my team, because the only reason I was running mothership was because these guys wanted the support gunner kills. So I thought, you know what, let's just run it, have a little bit of fun. So I got my first mothership right there, and our first death, which is okay. And we get our second death right here. And I was just, I didn't even really care at that point. I had my mothership, I thought, you know what, let's just get in the building, let's go hide somewhere, call this shit in. And I was still talking to my team, they were, you know, calling out enemies, calling out where they were, and at this point I'm like, guys, once we cap C, let them spawn at one flag, right? So my mothership can get enough kills, and also they can get their streaks up, right? Because if you've got them spawning at one flag, they'll only spawn there. So here we go, calling my first mothership, bang, there's my first one. Mothership inbound, I got my cool calling card on the side there. I always use this optic on it. I don't like the normal optic. Having thermal is so much easier, because as you can see right now, these guys are capping A, and my teammates are not pushing them. I told them, don't push them, let them spawn here, and the kills just rack up. I get so many kills here. And right here, I think we did switch spawns, or they were spawning underneath like a rock or something. So I'm not shooting now for some reason. I was letting him try and get some kills, because I already had the mothership. I said, kill that guy, because it's fine. But he decided not to kill him, so I just said, no, I'll get him. So as you can see, the feed is just me and my teammate here in the chopper, in the mothership, not the chopper. And at that point, they shot out my support gunner. As you can see in the top right, there's each of the 2 side wings is each support gunner, I think. At least that's what I can tell from it, because when those get shot out, your teammates can't find it anymore. But I was surprised I wasn't getting killed at this point. They were spawning like really close to me. But there goes my mothership. First half's over. We're absolutely dominating in points. It seems that I don't look at the scoreboard yet, but I know that I've got at least 30 kills. Or actually, maybe not. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you how many kills I'm on. 24 and 2. Okay, 24 and 2. So I do check it. So that's pretty good for a first half nuclear. Bloody mothership. So as you probably saw in that first bit, other than the mothership, the streaks that I'm running is UAV, H.A.T.R, and mothership, right? So the reason I run UAV is because it's just getting that first is an easy way to almost guarantee a H.A.T.R. Because when you're sprinting around the map, as soon as you get a UAV, you're going to know exactly where all the enemies are, and they're not going to be able to counter that unless they take it out, which happens most games. But when you're playing with a few friends, running support's really helpful as well. So running UAV and H.A.T.R, that will support your whole team. Running a H.A.T.R is just if you can get it confidently each game, the enemies have no chance, because they're gonna have to take out H.A.T.Rs every few seconds, well not every minute or so, if you can keep getting them. But right now, I'm getting close to my second mothership, so I just make sure to stay alive, calling out the enemies for my teammates, and I'm like, guys, they're all over here. And at this point, I decided to run down here, try and pick one of them off. And I'm just shooting here, and I do end up picking him off. 60 points off. I see someone getting on A, and I just run over there to try and pick him off. He doesn't end up looking at me, but I do get him. I call out my second mothership's ready. They say, oh, call it in. So I run over here, get in the corner, lie down, call that shit in. Second mothership, boys. That's crazy. And as you can already see, they've already taken out my first support gunner, or maybe it was just a glitch, but it seemed like they had already taken it out. But it doesn't really matter. And anyway, so my teammates are all over there, letting them spawn here at A, and I'm just trying to keep them back. But these guys, they've learned after my first one that they don't want this up in the sky. And I think a tip with the mothership is always remember that your pilot can move. He can move position by pressing L2 if you've got default controls, but I flip my triggers. So L1 to move to a new location. And if you're ever in a bad spot and they're not spawning around, you're thinking, where are they? Press L1, he'll take you to the best possible position. So right now, I was just, holding it down. I got another UAV from all that, so that's around 20 kills or so with the what's it called? With the mothership. And there's my third death of the game. We're winning 139 to 67. These guys aren't getting points on the board at all. And especially, they're not getting out of their spawn while my mothership's up. So right now, I was aiming to just, win this game with my team. They wanted to get some streaks. And I told my teammates, yo, take out that Wraith, because if you don't take that shit out, I won't be able to, get kills, get H.A.T.Rs, get streaks. So I was just waiting for my teammates to, get rid of that H.A.T.R. Someone was putting on, one of the guys, it was either ALZ or Skiller. One of those was putting on a rocket launcher, the black cell, and at this point I think they take it out, which is perfect for me, because when there's streaks in the sky, I don't want to contest. There's no point, because I'll die. And right then, I got a bit nervous because that guy sort of knew where I was, so I call in my kinetic armor just to try and kill him. Right now, there's the other side who didn't look to his left to see where I was. So I called in my UAV, and having a UAV up, as I've said before, is really helpful. But as soon as I call in that cannon, I got really nervous. I'm like, guys, you got to take that shit out. I'm close to my next H.A.T.R. So I was just, playing safe, sort of playing where I knew my teammates were, but at the same time, I didn't really know. So I was just roaming around, not letting them leave the A area. And the way I play, right, if I see an enemy and he knows where I am, I always try and get elevation on him. And at this point, I decided, let's not die here. I'm close to my next H.A.T.R. Stay alive. Because you can always run away. You don't need to contest absolutely everyone. You're always given that option in gunfights. And so at this point, my teammates had just, kept C. I told them to let them have as many flags as possible, because we need this game to keep going. I'm getting close to my next H.A.T.R. So I got an assist there, throwing my shock charge and trip mine, which those always help. I don't really use them much anymore. I prefer to just use a weapon and use an extra attachment or some perks. But at this point, I was 100 off the next H.A.T.R. Close to it. And 5 points off, which is, come on, gotta get those points quick. And I saw some guy in there, which is just complete luck that I peeked around that corner, calling the H.A.T.R. And I'm getting close to that mothership now. 3 kills off. That guy peeks me, bad decision. I get on A quickly, and there's my third mothership. And I get that perfect timing. Like, imagine if I didn't get that. I wouldn't have had my third mothership. I could have potentially died. So there, we're calling a third one. Third one's in. And these guys are having none of it. They're already aiming to take me out. As you probably see, they're stationary, meaning they're using their bloody rockets. See, there's already one hit, already been hit once. And I'm just trying to find where these guys are spawning. They've hit me twice, my support gun is out. The guys were calling me at this point saying, oh, we're out of it. We don't have any control, it's all up to you. So at this point, I was just trying to clean up a little bit more, pick up a few kills. I ended up getting a Ruthless there, even though I'm in my mothership. One of my trip mines got it. So overall, what I can tell you about a mothership is the real way to get it is to play a sort of stealth role. Run Ghost, Dead Silence, Scavenger, and that was a crazy quad mothership kill. The rockets got me that. You want to run those sort of perks, and you want to be able to just constantly sprint around. Run 2 support streaks and the mothership just to help out your team, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment if you want more, and I will see you in the next one.